And we're back, guys. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. I give you the rundown on tennis coverage every day, and we have an official upset alert complete. That's right, guys. Cristina Bucsa, my pick to win this match on the money line. I just think Bucsa was the side to be on, and I explained in the previous video why. I gave you some pretty good examples. And, taking a look at these statistics, Bucsa didn't actually play that great, so we do have to credit Blinkova for her just defensive effort in this match. And listen, guys, I've said in the past, I think Blinkova is mentally tough. We've seen her cry after many, many matches, right? That's no secret. But there's not many players on tour that have said, "I want Iga Swiatek." That look, I talked about this in the past. I felt a lot of players were ducking Iga, right? Supposed to play important matches in these tournaments, and all of a sudden they're injured. I felt Iga was being ducked, especially on that streak there last year, and even this year. A lot of players were ducking her, and that's not a secret. Anna Blinkova said, "I want Iga Swiatek. I'm looking forward to that matchup," even though she got smoked. Listen, mentally tough. She wanted Iga. And there's not a lot of people these days calling out Iga. I do feel Coco, after getting the new coaching, improving on her metrics, improving on her forehand, and literally after beating her definitely in Cincinnati, which I told you she was going to win that match. I think Iga looks forward to playing Coco now, and I think Coco looks forward to playing Iga now because I think it's going to be a different matchup moving forward. I wouldn't pay too much attention to what happened in Mexico because the reality is those conditions were just bad. Even that loss Coco had to Pegula, the conditions were so bad. Like, look, guys, I like Pegula and Coco, but I'm doing my top 10 American list for this upcoming season, and stay tuned for that. I just think, like, on conditions like the U.S. Open, I don't think there's many people on tour that's going to beat Coco. Definitely not. Inside the top 10, I don't think anyone inside the top 10 beats Coco on conditions like the U.S. Open where everything's just perfect. Iga's the only one. But back to this match, guys. I know I get off topic a lot here. Yeah, tennis in a minute. Listen, Cristina, look, she struggled to get her first serves in play, but she won about 64% of those. She had 15 breakpoint opportunities on Anna Blinkova, and she really got the job done. Now, these ladies are both the same age. They both have really good coaches, and big up to Christina's father, Mr. Bucsa. He's a great underrated coach, and even though they're the same age, Cristina has a much better win percentage on tour. And this is one thing I also want to talk about, as Fritz is just being just slaughtered in the media for his comments about, a super tour. Listen, guys, these two ladies are the same age. They've literally played hundreds of matches, and this is the first time they've ever met on tour. That's the beauty of having so many players on tour competing for spots. Once we go to the super tour stuff, it's great seeing Rybakina and Iga. Look, even though we all know Rybakina has just dominated Iga throughout their career, even going back to juniors, Rybakina's beat Iga 5 times, guys. Okay, 5 times to 1. Seeing that 10 times a year, we're going to get sick of that. We need the hundreds of players competing, mixing things up so we can get two amazing players like this in their mid 20s playing for the first time ever. That's amazing. But this is the problem with Blinkova. And I told you before the match, again, the things that I say, they come true. But I'm telling you, Bukes is the better baseliner, and this is why I don't think Blinkova's comfortable behind there. I think she's better inside the baseline. Now, you got players, I've given you the blueprint on how to beat Iga Swiatek. Someone like Elena Rybakina, and this is why she owns a head-to-head 5-1, right? Her deep balls literally extend her opponents literally anywhere from 6 to 10 feet behind the baseline. Iga Swiatek is not a threat that far deep. She can't use her amazing footwork, and she's playing defensive on her back foot. That's why Rybakina does so well against Iga. She's got bombs, deep balls that Iga really, she's on the defensive. And Iga Swiatek, she's a short rally player. She loves to go in and play chess immediately, go for the winner, and get her opponents playing on the back foot. Elena Rybakina, if she comes into the season healthy, and I told you early last season, I said, look, her ace numbers are insane. I don't think her body's going to hold up. I told you guys that in freaking January and February. And what happened? Her body broke down, her shoulder in particular. I know what I'm talking about, guys. Not only am I an amazing athlete, I watch so much tennis, but take a look at Anna Blinkova here. And this is what got her into trouble, guys. Trying to baseline with the baseliner. She's not comfortable behind there, and that's just me from watching her play so many times. But listen, guys, Anna Blinkova, she's tough mentally. Again, not too many players on tour calling out Iga, looking forward to play Iga. So congratulations for Anna making it this far. But I don't necessarily think players like Anna and Elizabeth should be playing right now. They should be practicing, getting ready for the new season because yes, you do need names. And one of the subscribers made a very good point. You need names to draw people to these tournaments. So that's the other thing, right? So we do need some of those players to join these tournaments. That's how you're going to sell tickets. Even though ticket sales, look, I think the WTA needs to lower ticket prices. But next up, guys, we have the other half of the semifinal. And what do I always say when it's Saturday? It's upset Saturday, guys. When we have UFC, boxing, all these big sporting events, these favorites, a lot of these favorites, they're going to lose these matches, guys. And look, it's not that the matches are fixed. And I don't want to get into that whole thing because it's not what people think. It's actually even more scarier than what you think. But a lot of these huge favorites, they're going to lose these matches. And look, it is what it is. But the reality here is next up, we have Erica Andreva, Big Sister Andreva, the silent assassin, taking on Elsa Jacquemont. These two ladies, they've played twice, guys. And Elsa, she beat Erica pretty bad this year. They did play last. That was on clay. But now I say all the time, Erica's, look, she likes a deep ball. She doesn't like to come vertical. I think Elsa's going to challenge Erica coming vertical. And look, Elsa likes the deep balls. I think Elsa's a much better server. I do see Elsa, and I say, look, the best servers hold serve. But they also make the most double faults. So Elsa's going to hold serve, and Erica's going to have opportunities to break her if she's double faulting. But I do think I think she's probably a little bit more fine tuned with her shot making ability. I think she's a little better at absorbing pace and redirecting pace. And I think she's stronger overall and the better server. But Erica, what she did to Elizabeth last time out is brutal, ladies and gentlemen. I think Erica is completely overvalued. Elsa on like an alternate spread has got to be the way to go. Elsa was probably going to win a set. I could see her winning the match as well, but Elsa on an alternate spread, pretty comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Erica finds herself in the semifinal after taking out Kessler, Elizabeta, and Samnez. She's dropped one set, and that was to Kessler, first set. Elsa finds herself here in the semifinal after taking out Sevastova, a former top 20 player, Russ, top 30 player who won. She won Germany against Nams earlier this year, and Burfu. So I mean, Elsa's played the better competition in my opinion in this tournament. I mean, Sevastova's she's big time, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that match plays out. Stay tuned. We're going to be covering the UFC tonight, tennis in a minute. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Cristina Bucsa wins the underdog, the upset outright. I had Bucsa on the money line. We'll be right back, guys.